The Divine Masculine Twin Flame, October 15, 2019, which adds up to 37. The 15 of the Devil and the 37 of the King of Cups. The Devil and the King of Cups. The read was done at 10:55. 55 is about the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The major arcana, the Lovers, Indigo, which is like the Magician, Chariot, Starseed, which is like the Fool, and the Wheel, the Great Wheel. Before the read was the Hanging Man. We had 2 swords, 2 wands, 1 pentacle, 1 cup, the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Before the read, the King of Cups came up, and after the read, the King of Swords and the Page of Wands came up. The numbers in the code line were all about creativity, and the number 5, expansion. 2211, 33, the 7 of Wands. 1010 came up, that very high vibration. 59, the 5 of Swords, war, and the post-war, PTSD. 910, begin again. 23, the King of Wands. 35, the Wounded Warrior, the Mary Magdalene energy, and 310 as well. The code line and creativity were all about the Thoth test, like the GMAT, but the TH-MAT, the Thoth test, to the nth degree. The 5 of expansion, Hierophant, Taurus, freedom and change, of seeking ET, hell of the human, after death test, the purgatory, the show of power of love and creativity. The expansion of seeking ET, outside yourselves, outside ourselves. He, low, the masculine being very low after the death, and the after death test of purgatory, the show of power of love creatively. The Delta Dawn, pooling in the early morn, still waters run deep, propel onward, creatively, the third energy, and how to use it for the Divine Masculine. The 5 of Swords reverse starts the read. Post-war, apologies, issues at work, hanging in limbo, hung out to dry, trying to see new perspectives and be wise. The King of Cups reversed, emotionally detached, over-emotional or manipulative, or with drinking issues, with dysfunctional family, with money or loss of family, money or legacy, PTSD issues for third party through work, not getting along with coworkers, business not doing well, or dysfunctional family interferences, stealing, negative energies causing depletion, drained energy or loss of income or loss of value. The Queen of Wands reversed, tired of the war and the fear within, as synchronicities abound, radiating or in the red, jealous, insincerity and rejection, duplicity, fraud, refusal to be or to give love. Only inspires the masculine onward. The Queen of Wands reversed is not on board. The destined magician seen by the hermit, one quiet and wise, the other brave and out there, both blocked by receiving no offer from a Leo, stubbornness or on strike, refusal to move or work, and this can be a Leo, and that can be the Queen of Wands reversed, but doesn't have to be. Sticking their butt where it doesn't belong, or being seen as lazy, or putting their butt on the line, the picket line, or unable to work because disabled, or they don't need to work, ahead of the pack and has time for the others to catch up. Dead horses on the battlefields, now only asses to carry the weight for others. Good news, headliners, getting attention, success leading the way, stuck in emotions without peace of returning from a trip over water, keeping to themselves secret, intuitive learnings. Attention to the pie, or the PI, or the foosball. Now, pi is that being balanced between your masculine and feminine. So attention to that balance within, or a PI perhaps, a detective, or foosball, a leopard that changed its spots. Oh my. One on board, the other unstable ground, too hard to stay balanced, would rather stick to their religious learnings. Vikings, Romans, Christianity, and Judaism. One wants to travel and learn, the other to stick to the tried and true, with hooks in you. Back in the saddle and moving on, time to part ways. Time to carry on. So that was 11:55, the Justice and the Wounded Warrior, the 9 of Wands. Because I've got to be free to face the life that's ahead of me. On board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow on every shore, and we'll try best as we can to carry on. And that was 1137. I'm getting connection. The Justice and the King of Cups. Post-war apologies and 2 different high priestesses. One olive-head Viking, heavy 3D energies, salt and pepper, adornments to prove to others who she is. A polarized notion, or polarized and not on his journey, a near-dead horse unable to find peace on the battlefield. The other refusing to walk away, walking through the emotions of lies and split, divide, and willing to pull Excalibur to fight for the truth, to stand up and out, unafraid to be their truth, and yet intuitive at the same time. Light blues and whites and buttercup yellow, airy and free, the crown of her choosing for the day. Some days a crown, other days a helmet, not to impress others, but just changing hats to be self. Humble servant doesn't require a crown, but is fully able to sport it, to speak her truth, her crowning glory of love, where birds take flight. As Excalibur is pulled from the stone upright, it becomes the Queen of Swords, who'd be stoned and placed in history books. Now magically she is Excalibur, the high priestess, the psychic intuitive, the love truth, the fabric of our lives. Separation comes up, and beneath that heart-to-heart conversations. The fool is off kilter, falling back into patterns, falling on back, knocking the wind out of him, falling from grace due to the snake at his feet and the bag that he carries with too much weight. The old man Hierophant can also be seen, old bodybuilder, scraggly gray beard, wool hat that the kids say is stylish he got for his birthday, still keeping young women around himself to make him look good, like the man, but now it just looks kind of creepy. He's too old to keep up with the youngins. Could be a father, uncle, grandfather in a nursing facility, the wounded warrior talking to a friend who is now comforting him. Took all their energy away, taking care of this old man, along with a war widow. Or the war widow is an actress who scammed him, purposeful energy vampire, siphoning through the mirror, stealing from a MASH unit or unsterile environment caused gangrene, which stole his life from him. Man with large brim hat was leading the goat and handling the flame, along with the dark big bird with stinger wishbone tail. The wounded warrior, oblivious to it the whole time. They kept him too busy to notice their sideline. Hooking for money and pincushion candles and bell tolls, fanning the mirror to clear the smoke from the smoke and mirrors. The illusions, the games to deceive and win, play the divine masculine while he thinks he's the man. And that was at 12:01 to 2. 12 being the hanging man, 1 the magician, and 2 the high priestess. Getting the divine masculine to put the truth aside while in bed, the gangrene bed of 12:02 to 3, which is the high priestess to the empress, where there's 2 women there, and the hangman, holding on to the guardrails, 1 sick pup, or the Queen of Swords grieving a military man she lost to gangrene or the war, or the wounded warrior recounts the story of his mother and father, or his ancestry of distracting lovers with sex while another takes the money or stolen goods. A girl on his lap by the logs, same as the war widow, who swore vengeance, sucking up to the divine masculine, keeping your friends close, your enemies even closer. The divine masculine, don't trust this lap dancer. Someone may even be having sex with rich old men in nursing facilities to inherit their money. Leadership comes up, which is number 81, and beneath that, patience, number 2, the high priestess. Deception of the Page of Swords, entitled child, an ending a family or emotional cycle, resting a broken heart or post-op, or message to the 5D. The Page of Swords being quiet for a change, tight-lipped about a deception in the family and why it ended. Snake in the grass ceiling, fall of a Tibetan or Thailand monk or leader of winged emerald order. Ground control has lost their wings, and Major Tom is off the radar screen, lost in space as the Queen of Pentacles receives grace, stability, and wisdom. Peacock honors. A graduation of high honors presented. Feminine royal receives her doctorate or master's, her gold coin or Christ consciousness. No longer tethered, but cord still intact. No worries, he'll only float out in space until he gains his bearings again. Grounding himself, he's fine. little birdie's first time out alone. The trumpet master sings, but something goes down the wrong way. The song never completed, a story told in Poland as to why a certain song is always played by the church bells. The wounded warrior surrenders, the last of his kind, and I was getting a lot of connection with that, the church bells. The wounded warrior surrenders, the last of his kind, to go under. Maybe a trip to Australia for graduation gift or gift from son to mother for all she's done for him, or a final parting gift deliberating complete surrender to the Delta Dawn, a deep sleep we always surrender to in the hope of the early morn. Breaking dawn after the war, the Queen of Pentacles, stable and sure, keeping to herself on two different timelines. Intuitive me and mini-me, in separation. Will the real High Priestess please stand up to tell the truth of Excalibur and being stoned, and love being the fabric of life? The Queen of Swords versus the Queen of Pentacles, or are they one and the same? The leadership carries on. On the eve, Lincoln 61. The journalist story from 1941. And the book weighed 8.8 ounces. Having to do with the March 4th, 1861 inauguration of Lincoln. And that date adds up to 23/5, the King of Wands. In that situation, they avoided Baltimore and went through Philadelphia to make sure Lincoln was safe for his inauguration. At 12:47, the Hangman and the Seven of Cups, the synchronicities in the heaven in their eyes. Post-war, the Queen of Pentacles High Priestess versus the Queen of Swords High Priestess for leadership in Fall of the Titanic, the mother lode. Okay, so this could be even the Queen of Wands has gone down as a karmic energy. That could be a mother energy or a sister energy as well. But now the masculine choosing, this is the second read where the Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles have been coming up as two different women in his life, but they could be children as well. Recently is the indigo pushed to emotional limits with an opportunity to learn to be the student of knowing without seeing, reaping rewards of blindness. The Queen of Pentacles and indigo end their war with heavy load to carry, working to align with detail and desires of what he wants to manifest, letting go to fix up, repair, amend. After the game, the fight, the match, the battle, the conflict that was unfair, inequitable distribution of effort, defenseless to energies and attacks, to the King of Pentacles reversed. His status, his money, his character, issues at work, losing money, and the past returning, or difficult kids or co-workers acting like bad kids and suffering in silence. The foundation is the Page of Pentacles student, the child with opportunity or an invite, powerless to people who are mean, verbal abuse, or silent treatment, an offer given to the Queen of Pentacles, or money or new life, healing with the King of Swords reversed, and possibly kids. The Knight of Swords reversed, the Sovereign reversed, and the King of Swords reversed. Or the King of Swords reversed, giving the Queen of Pentacles, who already has all she needs, more money to settle in divorce so he can get the kids. Humbling self, being the student, ready for the next lesson, surrounded by nuns growing up, or spiritual women with no affection. A child without affection and suffering in silence, after winning the war with the Queen of Wands reversed, now must choose between Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, or with two girls to take care of, or must choose which employee moves up in the wake of the Queen of Wands reversed. Energy in the middle is no affection or breakup of lovers. The King of Pentacles reversed, challenged by the King of Wands upright, the shaman. The King of Pentacles reversed, lost big in the battle financially and defenseless to issues at work. And the King of Wands and he with a negative past or childhood of suffering and silence and stressed out. Grieving loss and or regret of chronic deliberation, poor choices in the past, in home or marriage or union, patient to a fault at home, with Sagittarius King of Wands taking the fall or being foolish, tripping and falling or lacking faith, causing his own injuries. The King of Wands tripped up, dropping the facade or breaking patterns, with the King of Pentacles reversed, always abusive or holding back the truth. The King of Wands losing hope, depressed and unable to sleep until a decision's been made or reached. Home with news, message, or a child spreading the word, or online chatter. The King of Cups reversed, lying fool, choosing the wrong path, a lie, and now splitting, out in the cold, exiled and injured, while X is in detox. The King of Cups reversed, grieving loss of money, scam, or debt, unbalanced with the King of Swords reversed, partnership or connection. All kings today reversed except the King of Wands. All queens were upright except the Queen of Wands. The King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands upright, with the King of Cups reversed, possibly a silent partner, or the King of Cups reversed is the King of Pentacles reversed, and there's an equity between the King of Cups reversed and the King of Swords reversed at 119, the Magician and the Sun, all exposed. As we go to the 20 of the Judgment in exposure, of the Magician, the manipulative man, now is the 9 of Swords reversed, suffering in silence, stressed, crying, purging. The King of Cups reversed, suddenly can't sleep or is awakened out of a sound sleep, with the crown blown wide open, awakened by third party or partners or partiers in the house, kids group, gossipers, overindulging, his own antisocial behavior or drunkenness, no social life, or just no joy, when suddenly the messenger of truth comes in, wanting to start over in love and not settle, with the Queen of Pentacles. The messenger of truth, or knight in shining armor, amidst drunken fools, and more drunken fools on the other side, with the King of Cups reversed, and at night, choosing new path left, the new, the divine feminine, away from dysfunctional family abusing their wealth, or losing money due to poor behavior. The King of Wands, always out partying, can't wait to spend family money and feed their dysfunction. The divine feminine, messenger of truth, blows his mind, whereas the King of Pentacles reversed is abusive, and the King of Wands always holding back the truth from him. The King of Wands and the King of Pentacles reversed, in cahoots perhaps, or the King of Wands breaking away from the group, and the King of Cups reversed is finally seeing his truth. After the breakup of the Indigo, Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles without lover or affection, suffering and stressed, challenged by that King of Wands upright, who's not walking away and dealing with tough emotions. The Empress reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed are pain in the butts. The King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, both reversed, are at odds, and the King of Wands always may be the mediator of them. But the King of Pentacles reversed always has to deal with the Empress reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who are stubborn, disabled, or refusing to work or move, or are on strike. Dysfunctional family or loss of a family member or money, keeping him awake at night. An offer of love and the Emperor reversed, death or dark night in connection with the Queen of Cups, happy with herself in spite of messages she sent of her father's death and the end of her relationship with the King of Cups reversed, foolish to let her go, but unable to find peace due to third party, being the third party of the King of Swords reversed, and the King of Cups reversed, grieving and may have tried to scam the King of Swords reversed, the Hermit Virgo. The King of Swords reversed coming up here as the Hermit and or Virgo energy, and the King of Cups reversed, grieving, may have tried to scam the King of Swords. So the King of Cups reversed is coming up here actually as someone around the masculine, but also could be a karmic of the feminine. The Hermit Virgo with light as the King of Swords reversed, holding back an announcement or biting tongue. The King of Pentacles reversed is coming up as depressed and rising above, messages, kids, dark night, death and transformation, loss of dysfunctional family and or money, inheritance, or lawyers who took all your money and put you in debt. Soon is the Knight of Cups reversed, duplicitous, jealous, and no love offered or received, is now grounding and integrating an offer of love from God, with good news, attention, success, leading the way after being foolish and exiled, left out injured and abandoned in the rain from the group, now detoxing, imprisoned in chaos, the warpath, brokenness of the sham fam, and injustice of the past, and living in the past. The Divine Masculine sees himself as the Chariot reversed, not expressing feelings or sharing his energy, delays in travel or communication, about deception and the early morning hours of the third energy coming in and waking him up learning to tame the beast. And that's at 147. That is the Magician and the Seven of Cups. The synchronicities and the heaven in their eyes. The Divine Masculine broken in chaos, post-war path, or car broken down, or move or travel canceled or delayed. Chemistry comes up for the masculine, religious factors. This could be the one, honeymoon and passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Around him, or how he is seen, is the Ten of Wands, the heavy load to carry, detaching from emotional attachments to groups that no longer serve, not good for you, they don't feel good. Gossip, partying, third parties, or no social life, depressed and world in disarray or upside down. Exposure of all the dysfunction around him by Hermit and or Virgo who went through near-death experience in another world. Lighting up the sun and kids and having fun in the sun without addictions. The Divine Masculine feeling the weight of Aquarius and Pisces and Scorpio, and Taurus always overhanging him. And Aries too. Maybe dealing with cancer or someone who has cancer breaking him, feeling responsible perhaps to take care of a woman who lost her husband in the war. Leo and Virgo energies are strong here. Blocks need to clear for the masculine is being the Fool reversed, the Starseed reversed, lacking faith, afraid to get hit by a bomb or by their father or the priest or other men who disempower you, the religious leader, the political leader, and those who just hang out and do nothing, or gurus, worthless good-for-nothings, your father told you. Anxiety imprisons you, stuck in chaos, broken, post-war path, your father taught you. The sham-fam to injustice and living in the past. That is not the rainbow bridge. That is being stuck in purgatory, refusing to leave the gate. Creativity for the masculine. Was coming up here on the code line. Even more so is parenting, effort, communication, and karmic completion. The Emperor reversed, exposed hidden feelings, hidden energy exchange as well. Dark High Priestess with book and keys, bubble blowers, leaves world incomplete. Or intuitive from another world, he visits in 5D. Both are creative. But his destiny of the Hermit, King of Swords reversed, comes up with the deep connection from another world. Stuck in emotions about debt or being scammed, now spreading the word that the worst is over. Destiny and divine timing are taking over in breakup to be happy with self. The King of Swords surrenders to heal and forgive, surrendering to a higher love. The lightning strikes, the power it holds, and the inspiration of the Page of Wands masked boy with flame inside. Taking a risk to leave the war behind, the wounded warrior on his last leg. It's not weakness to need rest and healing and happiness, to have faith and trust. Be patient, Divine Masculine. Post-war, fear within and without. The student indigo, broken, carrying more than their fair share. The indigo without affection, and challenged by the King of Wands shaman. The Knight of Cups reversed, jealous and duplicitous, fool, suffering in silence, destined to surrender, heal, and be inspired. And that was at 213, the High Priestess, and the death, or the total transformation. We turn the page to 214, which is Valentine's Day, High Priestess, and the Temperance card, the Angels. Post-war, indigo, Page of Pentacles, student, opportunity, or invitation, with the Queen of Pentacles, student, opportunity, or invitation, both without affection and suffering in silence, challenged by the King of Wands shaman interfering, on warpath, duplicitous, jealous, and insincere, carrying the weight of the world without faith, foolishly destined, the King of Swords reversed, not surrendering to heal and forgive, so he gets hit by lightning or goes to war to learn to stop making himself a victim. It's not about winning or being right. It's about being happy and taking flight. Rise and be love.